My last video that I posted on YouTube, roasting coasters from ChatGPT, except their story is shitty. It trended well on the algorithm, I guess. So somebody left a comment saying, "Hey, you should do the same thing for Six Flags." And since I'm a very original person who, loves to strive for new concepts with their new videos, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the exact same thing I did in a video from 5 days ago, but for Six Flags. I actually tried to do this for a specific park, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, actually, using the exact same prompt, and then it told me some bullshit like it was unethical for me to be roasting a specific park and it couldn't help me. But then I just followed the exact wording of the script to the Cedar Fair one, and it let me do it. Apparently it can roast corporations but not parks. That's stupid. Anyway, with the backdrop here, the story that it generated originally was very generic and didn't call any specific coasters out. It was basically opening shot of a person looking unimpressed at a Six Flags park, cued footage of a roller coaster going up a steep lift hill, coaster with a loop, steep drop, like a bunch of non-specific stuff. I'm like, that's not a funny YouTube video. So I told it, please expand this story to roast some of the biggest Six Flags roller coasters. So with this backdrop of guess which Six Flags parks you're looking at, here's the very, very D+, D minus looking story that ChatGPT gave me roasting Six Flags and stuff. Anyway, I put reminding you of what the prompt was please expand this story to roast the roller coaster because your first story was fucked up. And it says, opening shot of a person standing in front of a Six Flags park looking unimpressed. Person, ambiguous person. Welcome to Six Flags, where the roller coasters are bigger, badder, and more overhyped than ever before. Tonight, we're going to take a closer look at some of the biggest and baddest rides Six Flags has to offer. Hold on tight, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride. Why does it keep using the word folks? Nobody says that anymore. It's like some 1993 shit, that word. Cut to footage of a roller coaster going up a steep hill. Person, parentheses, voiceover. First up, we have the King Dakar. This coaster boasts the title of world's tallest roller coaster, which is really just a fancy way of saying world's best way to waste 2 hours of your life waiting in line. In brackets, cut to footage of people screaming on the King Dakar. Person, parentheses, voiceover. And once you finally make it to whence, did I say that whence by accident? Kind of like medieval shit is that. And once you finally make it to the top of the towering hill, get ready to scream your lungs out as you plummet towards the ground at speeds that would make Usain Bolt jealous. That's complimenting the roller coaster, not insulting it. In brackets, cut to footage of a person looking disoriented after riding the King Dakar. Why does it insist on using the in front of the roller coaster? That's like some Midwest shit. Nobody anywhere else does that. Person, parentheses, voiceover. But don't worry if you feel a little woozy afterwards. That's just your body's way of saying, I didn't sign up for this. Brackets, cut the footage of a roller coaster with a loop. Person, parentheses, voiceover. Next up, we have the Goliath. This coaster boasts the title of world's steepest and fastest wooden roller coaster. So they're talking about, Great America Goliath, which is really just a fancy way of saying world's best way to get a chiropractic adjustment. Same joke from the last video. No originality. Cut the footage of people screaming, and let's not forget the thrill of the wooden coaster experience. Nothing quite like getting thrown around like a rag doll as you hurtle towards the ground at breaknecks. They misspelled the word hurdle. ChatGPT is spelling words wrong. I haven't seen that yet. Who needs a spine anyway? Person, parentheses, voiceover. But hey, at least you can say you survived the Goliath. That's got to count for something, right? Nope, sure doesn't. Cut to footage of a roller coaster with a corkscrew. Person, parentheses, voiceover. Last but not least, we have the Viper. Let's guess which one. There's only a couple Vipers. This coaster boasts the title of world's first roller coaster with a corkscrew element. That's not true. That's Knott's Berry's Farm corkscrew. Shut up, bitch. Which is really just a fancy way of saying world's best way to get your head knocked around like a... It's telling untruths. So we just saw that shit. Like a pimp. This story sucks. Person, parentheses, voiceover. And let's not forget the joys of the corkscrew element. There's nothing quite like experiencing the sensation of your brain bouncing around in your skull like a basketball. Cut the footage of someone else telling fibs. I don't even want to read the story anymore. Fuck you. Person, parentheses, voiceover. But hey, at least you can say you rode the Viper. That's got to count for something, right? It used that joke 2 paragraphs, but for Goliath. This story sucks fucks. Person. This is the conclusion, thank God. So there you have it, folks. They haven't said folks yet. biggest and baddest roller coaster. Who cares? I hate this story. Fuck ChatGPT. They need to do more work to make this actually good. Fuck off, dude. Fuck that. It's bad, man. Fuck. It tells terrible stories. Don't use it, man.